It's Friday Coffee with your mortgage man, Eric. And today we're going to talk about this term, this frenzy of a term called iBuyers. And look, we've kind of talked about this before, a couple months ago, maybe half a year ago, but it's taken some more traction. The term is being used even more and more. It's gaining more momentum. So this is a huge education to anyone that's looking to buy or sell a home. A lot of people that are selling their home, for the most part, should listen to this. The iBuyer, what does that mean? What does that consist of? And if you've heard of these companies called Opendoor, Offerpad, Homey, there's a few others. Purple Brick, they're no longer in business anymore. But Offerpad and I'd say Opendoor are probably your two biggest aggregates of the iBuyer platform. Now, what does that mean? I'm telling you, you need to listen to this. This is huge. And we talked about the selling side of this before, but I'm also going to talk about what it looks like later on when somebody's trying to buy a home from one of these aggregates. So here we go. iBuyer. What does that mean? It actually means when a seller is wanting to sell their home and they want the convenience factor. So Offerpad and Opendoor and a few other companies have put the real estate commissions under scrutiny, and they're coming after them, right? The realtor, the real estate agents, and they're going after these agents and saying, oh, they make all these commissions. Well, listen up to this, okay? These companies, Offerpad, Opendoor, they may tout that they're not charging any commissions to sell your home, but they call it a convenience fee. Now look, I understand that we're all about convenience, some more than others. I love convenience. I will pay a little bit more for a convenience factor, right? The convenience fee, like when you buy a ticket through Ticketmaster, so you don't have to go to will call. That sometimes is even a little pricey, right? Think of that. There's some people that are, oh my God, that's ludicrous, that fee that they charge us, right? Now check this out. You sell your home through one of these places, and they're going to come in, they're going to sell you on this whole convenience. Look, you don't have to worry about this, and you don't have to worry about that, and we don't have to put it on the market, and nobody has to come through your home, and you don't have to leave your home, and all of that convenience thing. But what they charge you in convenience fees is more than real estate commission. So you just have to know that. You've got to go into this understanding that they're going to charge you somewhere between 6 to 16% in convenience fees. Yes, I just said that. 6 to 16% in convenience fees. It's one line item down. They're going to give you a cost comparison, and you're going to see, oh, it's no percent in commissions. It's amazing. What is a convenience fee? It's just another way of labeling a commission, but they're charging you more. Now, it doesn't stop there. They also give you less than market value of your property. That's right. So if your home would sell on a normal market with a real estate agent, realtor, for $300,000, you're probably going to have to sell it to Opendoor or Offerpad for $280,000, $285,000. Somewhere in that vicinity. So not only are you being charged more for a convenience fee, but you are going to sell the home for less than market value. Because what do they do? Look, you have to understand, what do? They have to have a margin of profit in there, because they're going to take your home and they're going to put it right back on the market for the market value, $300,000, right? That's exactly what they're going to do. Then they're making a lot of money on these sellers for a convenience fee. It's absolutely absurd. It's a travesty to the real estate industry. It is. It's a sham. It's probably the real estate industry's biggest sham. And they prey on sellers on the whole convenience. Well, you don't have to open your house to anyone. It's so convenient. It doesn't have to go on the market. Nobody bothering you. Nobody calling you. You know, all that convenience stuff, right? Now, here's the thing. I'm sorry, if I wanted to sell a $300,000 home that was mine, I'm not taking a $20,000 haircut on the value, and I'm not paying you 8-10% in fees to do so. Now, especially in the market that we're in. Now tell me this, answer this question for me. You got a $300,000 home right now in the Phoenix area. How long will it take to sell that on the regular market? How long? You know as well as I do, if you have your pulse anywhere near real estate in Phoenix, you put a $300,000 home on the market, let's say on a Thursday evening, you probably have offers that evening, but if not, you'll have offers the following morning. As a matter of fact, you have multiple bid offers. And what's probably going to happen is that agent's going to probably recommend to allow your property to be on the market for the whole weekend, so you have multiple bidding situation going on. You're probably going to get more than the sales list price. That's what's going to happen. You're not going to have a problem selling your home. So what is the need for the convenience? Because you don't have somebody come through the home? You don't want to have people showing your home for a couple days? Is that really where we're at? Are we trying to hide that from other people? I scratch my head at that, right? So you can lose another $20,000, $30,000 in extra fees. So I scratch my head on that. And look, the only way that we can to educate the public out there is by videos like this. And there's a number of other publications and commentaries out there that are trying to do this very thing and educate the public about it's not about all the big bad real estate agents going to charge me 6% to sell my home. That's nothing in comparison to what Offerpad and Opendoor and other companies like them are charging. It just is what it is. Now, let's flip the script. This is what happens after the fact. You sell your home to Offerpad, Opendoor, and now they are selling it on the regular market, right? It's listed on the market. They're selling it for the true market value. And we have a buyer that comes in, makes an offer on it. It is certainly not a traditional sale by any means. They take a lot longer to respond to offers, to counter offers, to addendums, things that need to go on. They strong arm the buyer in having to use their affiliated title agency or title company. And that's just, I have a problem with that, especially when your title company that you're strong arming us to use delivers subpar service. And I'm sorry that's the case. I can name these two companies that they're affiliated with, but I won't. But the companies that they strong arm you to use for title services delivers a very subpar service. So now our buyer has got to use your title company that's gonna unfortunately have probably a little bit of a bitter taste in their mouth when it comes to the end of the transaction, because they received subpar service when it came to the closing end of things. And there's usually a couple extra $100 in fees when it comes to their services as well. Now here's another thing. If there's anything wrong with the property, right, when the buyer gets their home inspection, there's an appraisal inspection issue, it takes forever for Opendoor to respond. Just had one, it took 9 days for them to even respond with an email or anything that they were going to correct the items that were found on the termite inspection report. So there we are, picture this, 9 days later, we're wondering what's going on. Nobody's communicating with us. The buyer is like, well, should we cancel and go look for another home? 9 days later, we finally get a response that they will, but they then never ask the question or answer the question, well, you took 9 days to respond. You realize we can't close the transaction next week now, right? And they have yet to respond to that. In the meantime, we've got the title agency, title company that is so far left out of the loop or providing a poor service that keep asking, for an update. And look, we keep giving them an update, and they keep asking for like an update. I mean, it's an absolute nightmare of a transaction that happens for the poor buyer that's buying the home off of Offerpad and Opendoor. And look, if everything goes right and there's no issues with the property, okay, and if the buyer is okay with using a subpar title company service and is okay with getting a mobile notary sent to their house instead of going into a title company and actually sitting in front of an escrow officer where they may have questions regarding their loan documents, okay, sure, the transaction could go okay, and I'm sure there's people out there, oh, mine went just fine. But I'm telling you, there's more horror stories like this that are out there where it does go a little sideways, and the buyers get get a little frustrated and like, look, man, we're not doing our industry any justice every time we force a transaction to go in this direction or else you're not getting the offer. And I don't like that. I don't like where the industry is headed. And the only thing that we can do is educate buyers and sellers out there with this iBuyer platform. All the bad things and the shams, the travesties that go along with it. You can tell I'm a little passionate about it, right? With that said, it's Friday Coffee with your mortgage man, Eric. We'll see you.